pastors come forward, I'd like to share with you a story because, you know, in a partnership, it's not all about what we do here in the United States, but it's also about what the Congolese people do for us. The way that they touch our lives, the way that they share with us the depth of their faith in incredible ways. I want to share with you an offering time that changed my life. Some of you have heard us share this story because it's a story that has to be shared. We were in a very small chapel, bamboo walls and thatched roof and dirt floor, celebrating worship. And in that worship service, like most of the worship services in the Congo, there were hundreds of people outside of the church because they can't get in. There's so many people that want to be a part of that service that can't get in. And it came time for the offering, and I was sitting up with the pastor having just spoken, and the pastor leaned over to me as the offering baskets were brought forward because they collect the offering in baskets. Many people can't put money. They don't have money, but they'll put vegetables that they've grown in the basket. And the baskets then use the vegetables to feed people in the community who have nothing. He leaned over to me as they started at the back, and he said, there's a woman back there who we help every week. She has nothing to give. And I watched as the basket reached her, about the second or third person, and she didn't pass the basket. She held on to it. And she kept looking down into the basket intently, and then looking up, and kept looking down, staring into the basket. And then I watched her do something that changed my life. She stood up, and she went out into the makeshift center aisle. And she looked down into the basket again, but then she looked up front to the chancel area, which had a bamboo cross that was hanging there. And she looked at the cross, and then she kept looking at the basket. That's as she was drawing this connection between the cross and the offering basket. She was. And then she did the most remarkable thing. She put the basket down on the floor, the dirt floor. And with her eyes fixed on that cross, she stepped into the basket. And she did what? She gave of herself. And I looked over to the pastor and I said, you said she had nothing to give. That's what the Congolese people do for us every day. They remind us of what it means to really give. And they have invited us, as we now invite you, to step into the basket. And watch out, because God will do amazing things in and through us all. Thanks be to God.